Morning, guys. Happy 4th of July. I am having a special lunch into dinner, probably into tomorrow meal, because this steak is massive. I literally had to tear it in half. But I seasoned it with some Chicago steak seasoning. Used some Crisco to really rub it in there and get it good and, I guess, soaked in and stuck to it. Now I'm just going to stick it over the fire to give it a good searing, and after that I'll wrap it up in some tin foil and put it in the coals and get started on the other section, or the other part of my meal, which is eggs. Steak and eggs. That's my 4th of July meal. Anyway, I hope you guys are enjoying yourselves, and hope you're going to have as good of a day as it looks like I'm going to have. And in a little bit, after my meal, after all that, I got a couple things I want to show you, and, make it a good day. Make it a good weekend. All right. Talk to you guys later. Oh, yeah. Listen to that sizzle. And my meal is progressing nicely. I'll just let those cook like that for a few minutes. Flip them over. Let them cook like that for a few minutes. And then I will take them off to cool while I get my eggs going. Eggs cook considerably faster than the meat does. So I'll have that done, ready to go, and show you the final product in a little bit. Alright, just getting the pan ready for my eggs. Dropped a little Crisco in there. Just kind of move the pan around and let it spread. Then I'll put that on the fire and let it start heating up a little bit before I drop some eggs in it. Alright. Oh yeah. More sizzle. Throw a little bit of that Chicago steak seasoning on the eggs too. Grab my spatula and flip them in just a second. Ooh, this meal's looking good. Well, guys, I screwed up and ended up having to scramble the eggs, but I gotta tell you, either way, still looks delicious. Check out that fire. Well, anyways, guys, we're gonna go on a hunt. I already have some of what I'm looking for, but I'm gonna show you a couple of places where I saw some more. So one, this right here. So when you find wood like this, that is, well, this isn't so much right here. It is. It's kind of spongy and old. Like, you see how soft that is? Let me actually hold the camera to where it was at. Like, you can squeeze it. So you just get some of this. And grab that piece and that piece. I'll take that back to camp. Put it in my little pile. My big pile. It's kind of growing. Anyway, I saw some more over here. Actually saw a whole little log of it. I believe this is it. Yes. This is perfect. And it's a little moist. But you see how soft it is? Yeah, this stuff is perfect. Alright. So what we're going to do with this and the stuff I have back at camp is we're going to make some char material. Now this is, I already made some last night, to be honest, just to test it out and see if I could do it. So what you do is you take some of that kind of stuff. You take a container. Most containers I've seen actually seal up pretty tight. Like, things I've seen people use to make this seal up pretty tight and don't have any holes or anything, but I don't have something that does that. So what I'm going to do, this is another piece that has some, and with this one you can just kind of take the bark off and set it aside, or you could burn it, whatever. Anyway, and you take some of this material. This might be a bit too dry, but screw it. I'll put a piece in there just to see how it goes. Let me see if I can find exactly the kind of piece I'm looking for. This piece. And you break it so it fits in your container. Now you can also do this with cloth. So like a shirt or something that you don't wear anymore. And you can just take pieces, and you put it in your little container. You take said container and close it up. And then you take it and put it in the fire. Now, you just let that kind of cook like that for a few minutes. What I did last night was I kind of sat down on my lazy bum and I took one of my fire pokers and I kind of turned it around, because when you got something in the fire, it's not going to cook evenly unless you do this. So I let it sit for a minute and then I turn it. Now what I'm waiting for with mine, this is the trend I noticed. I made 3 batches last night, just to test it out, see, lengths of time to leave it on and all that. I assumed that it was going to take a lot longer than it did. But with this, a handy tell is when that smoke coming out of the hole turns to fire, let it sit for another minute. Speaking of smoke, oh, get out of my face! Turn it. Stay on there, little lid. Don't you shift on me. Hey, get over here. So what's happening right now is that stuff is charring inside. And it's not, oh, see, you got fire coming out the sides. Stuck that. You can actually hear it crackling and popping in there. Sorry, I was trying to get the microphone closer. But yeah, that smoke is really thickening up, isn't it? Alright, I've already waited a while, and there's no flame coming out the middle. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take it off. I'm going to put it on my little rack over here. Now, thing is, bear in mind the physics of fire. I know, I sounded a little nerdy just now. That's alright, I'm a nerd. Bear in mind the physics of fire. You need 3 main things for a fire to occur. You need the fuel, you need the heat, and you need the air. So if I pop that lid off right now, it's still got the fuel, it's still got the heat. The only thing that it's deprived of, aside from this little hole, is the air. So if I pop that lid off, it's all going to burst back into flames, which actually happened to me last night because I wasn't thinking about it. So anyway, you just let that sit until the whole thing cools off. And then once it's cool, you pop it open and I will show you what's inside. And this, my friends, is what you want to see when you open up your container. Some good charred, kind of filamenty material. Hence, charred material. What? Alright. So let me get it set up so I can show you exactly what you're supposed to do with this and the benefits of it. Alright, so what I've done for demonstrational purposes is I dug a little mini fire pit right here, and I put a little bit of my char material in it. So, what I'm going to do is take my ferro rod, and I'm just going to smack the camera as I'm trying to light it. Ta-da-ish. And then you can take little sticks. And there you go. You have yourself a fire. Basically, what I could have just said to you is that it's a really good fire starter. But I wanted to demonstrate how easy it is. And any of you that have been, checking out my videos or looking at my posts on my corresponding Facebook page or Instagram, you know that I have not had the best of luck starting fires with my ferro rod. So the fact that I got it that easily just tells you just how easy it is to use this. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to crush all this up, put it all out. And then I'm going to use this knife to fill my little baby fire pit back in. Last thing I want is for some kind of reflash to happen right under my shelter. Alright, well, there's that. Well, I knew there was a chance of rain today, but I wasn't expecting all this nonsense. I've been listening to the thunder for the past 10-15 minutes, and these clouds rolled in all of a sudden, and the clouds and the breeze are still a welcome reprieve from the oppressive heat, but still a bit warm out here and muggy. But point is, I don't think I'm going to be getting to do that water collection technique today. So sun's supposed to come back out tomorrow, so maybe I'll do it tomorrow. The only thing I can do for you tonight in regards to water collection is, hey, it's raining, stick a cup out in the water. So that's what you get from me for rain. But I'm about to just hang out and wait out this storm and see what happens. All right, talk to you guys later. Looks like all the water is running off and dripping exactly where I want it to. Not on my stuff. Yep. Looks like it's going to turn out just fine. Oh, Let's see how close it is to the wood. Yeah, I'm feeling droplets about right there. Well, that'll be alright. I know how to make a fire with soaking wet wood, so lightly damp wood, not a problem. Really just depends on how long the storm goes on, though. But the stuff on the tarp is going to be fine. Perfect. There you go, water collection. Don't worry, I made sure it ran off the tarp for a while before I stuck my cup under there. But this is the same one from my first or second video, the first 3 set, you know what I'm saying? And if you didn't watch that, which I don't blame you for because they're stupid long, this is a life straw cup. So, while the rainwater coming off my tarp may not be the cleanest, I would be willing to bet it's cleaner than the lake water, which I have also drank out of this cup, and it was just fine. So, yep, got me some water. What in the heck is this thing? It looks like an ant, but it's ginormous, and it's red, and it will soon die. But I just, what is it? Well, fall into the fire pit. That's a good idea. You know, you're kind of stupid. Maybe I'll just leave you be. And this wasp guy totally just carried this caterpillar into my camp. Look at that. I mean, you're free to eat right here, bro, but can't promise I won't accidentally step on you. Dude, this is nuts. The wildlife are just like, yo, we're gonna show this guy what we're really about today. And I still don't know what this guy is. I mean, he's gotta be some kind of ant, right? I don't know. Never seen it before in my life. I've seen these guys. Anyway. Well, that's 2 firsts for things I've seen in the wild just today. So, the other first, I saw a bear this morning. Which, of course, I've seen them in zoos before, but never seen a bear in the wild before. This guy just kind of meandered across the road, a ways away from me, but it was kind of cool. It was a young one. It was still pretty small. I didn't see any sign of there being an adult, like full-grown adult with them, so I'm thinking maybe it's a juvenile that's just starting to get out on its own. I don't know. It's definitely not a baby. But thought it was pretty cool. So thought I'd share that with you, and that crazy big red ant thing. And as I was recording the ant, the wasp flew in. So, man, you guys just got a cornucopia of crazy wildlife in, you know, a 30-second time period. Anyway, just thought I'd update you. This is going to be my last full day out here. I'm going to head back to town tomorrow morning, and yeah, I think I'll reserve the water collection technique that I learned for another day, and you know, in the interest of not making this video too long. But I mean, you got to see the char material. Sorry, I'm still watching that ant. That thing is massive. It's like 3/4 of an inch long. Anyway, so you got to see the char material, and maybe later on today I'll do a quick, sorry, there's biting flies everywhere. I'll do a quick video of the notch or hitch or knot or hitch or whatever you want to call it that I learned. It's, I used it right there, just so you know, but I'll actually show you how to do it. It's really quick, really easy, so, you know, I'll just do a quick, here's how you do it, loop-de-loop-de-loop-de-loop, pull, done. But not right at the moment. Right at the moment, I'm going to collect some firewood, I'm going to get a fire going, and I'm going to make myself some lunch. Probably a can of chicken and rice soup. That's what I'm thinking. Alright, anyway, take care. I'll talk to you later. Look at this guy. Just came right on into the camp, snatching himself up some ants. Yeah, get it. There you go, little guy. Come on. Eat all you want. You know what? Get your little friends in here. Have a little party. No more than 10, though. Alright? Alright. Let's do this. There is a tiny little tree growing in this little piece of dead wood. That's just crazy. Interesting how life just does what it wants. Mother Nature is one weird thing. Anyway, just thought that was kind of cool. And there you go. Shared it with you. Alright guys, so I just remembered that I was going to show you that knot that I was talking about. And right here is the finished product. And this is why I like this knot so much. Boom. Easy. But I feel like it's more stable than putting a toggle through a bowline knot. So now what I'm going to do is show you how I got that. So you take your line, whatever kind of line it is, whether it's a rope or a piece of paracord like I have, or bank line, or whatever you have. You take it, and you have a short end, and you have a long end. And you take the short end, and you kind of make a loop with the loose end going under. Then you take your long side, and you pull it up in a loop. Then you take your short side again, and do a loop through the long side, just like that. And you tighten it all. Through a combination of pulling on this side and pulling on this. To be honest, you can pull on all of them, but the only one you don't want to pull too far is this part of the line right here, because you'll undo it. But anyway, that makes the knot adjustable. All you got to do is pull that out. And then to tighten it, all you got to do is that. And then, as I showed you in the beginning, all you do to untie it is pull that. It'll make getting your ridge line undone that much faster. So, there you have it. I have no idea what that knot is called, but it's really easy. It's really quick, both in setup and in teardown, and that's it. So, I hope that is useful to you. Take it easy. I'll report back to you guys tomorrow with my wrap-up of this video, and hope y'all have a good night. Later. Alright guys, well, I didn't get the chance to do this yesterday, so I'm doing it now. I'm just gonna wrap up this video, and well, I showed you a good way to make yourself a new fire starter, and I showed you a really simple yet really useful knot that I recently learned, and hopefully you can use those two things, keep your fires going, or get your fires going more efficiently, and keep your shelter up better, and hopefully make your overall camping / bushcraft or whatever it is you want to do out there experience that much better. Well, as always, stay happy, stay healthy, stay safe and sane, and I'll see you next time.